because eventually we're gonna head there. I know it in my heart. This thing is a very complex issue. And the current steps that are being brought up, I said current, not 2 years ago or 3 years ago, what this lady talks about at the city council, what was it, a month ago, month and a half ago, one of you people in here helped me. But she was out in left field. She wasn't quoting what's going on today, not only in Aberdeen, Spokane, and Portland, and all around. And they're not staying up on what's going on. The needle exchange, this camp, it's out of control. It's so mismanaged. And people are unhappy. People that have to get out of bed every morning, get their work clothes on, and go to work and pay taxes, and they pay into a fund to help this stuff. And it can be better managed if the city has to go. I'm not supporting it, but to stay within the boundaries of law so that we don't end up in a courtroom, we have to do what the Supreme Court tells us right now. And it's not that we're not gonna try and fight this down the road. As long as I'm on board, we're gonna go after this thing like a vicious dog, because it's wrong. It's wrong because I worked for 45 years, I'm still working, I'm kicking 75 in the butt, and I'm still working, I still pay sales taxes every quarter, and that's what I do. These people don't do it. We already know that 48% of them want to be there. They don't want to leave it. It's a handout. And that's what this group is about. But we have to do it in a very friendly manner. When we meet in here, and I said this in the beginning, everybody should be allowed the opportunity to speak. We've gone overboard. We've let people in here and they've gone on and on for 20, 25 minutes, and it's tiring. A lot of people don't want to listen to that stuff. But that's what has happened thus far. We're not really fully formed. I am going to ask the board tonight that we take, what do you call it, sabbatical for 2 or 3 weeks, and we put bylaws in place. Print them up so everybody can see them. We have to follow those bylaws for this organization to become recognized and valid to the public.
So there's your answer, there isn't any.
This situation of getting up and speaking is pretty point blank. This book here has been around for, I don't know, what I've got here is Robert's Rules of Order. I brought it along, but it's been around for 300 years. It's an old book, and it's received all over the world by groups like this that want to form and listen to one another and complain to the government. And in this country, we have the right to approach our government and to take care of matters in our own course if they can't do it. We succeeded in doing that. Call it ad hoc, call it roughshod, call it whatever you want. We succeeded in getting a new mayor, and we succeeded in getting 2 councilmen that I know of in there. And we need that, because we're not what you call a lawmaking body. They are. And so we have to lobby to them and try to convince them this is the way to go. The only way we can do that is to do our research. And it's pretty obvious that some of the people on that council prior to the end of last year haven't been doing their studying, or our commissioners. We have to change that. That's the other purpose of this group. Now, I've heard a lot of gossip and mean stuff stated on Facebook. I looked at it the other day. I come home for 2 hours just to see my puppies. I've been gone for 6, 7 days. I could not believe there was a trail, probably from the ceiling down there, long of all the comments that were made on that Facebook page. We're eating ourselves up. We, the taxpayers, are fighting this. We have to be together. If we're not together, we're in some serious trouble. I elected myself. I didn't follow bylaws, but something had to be done. And I said, 6 months. And on March 15th, you get yourself another chairman if you don't want me. Or if you don't want her, or you don't want her, you get somebody else to replace her, somebody that wants to do the job. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. You better get somebody in here that has a heart to be here. If they don't want to be here, there's no sense of leaving the house. Just turn the television on and enjoy your evening. But that's not the way it's gonna get done. So it takes these people and in the heart that they wanna be here. I can't thank you enough. I can't think of your name in the back. Roger, for letting us use the sanctuary to meet in. I appreciate that so much. And we have to show respect for this gentleman as well, for allowing us to use the sanctuary to air our thoughts. So the reason, and I'll get to the meat and spuds of this. The reason why Shelby Kennedy was let go was because she would interrupt all the time. That is not the way to do business.
That's not a reason.
Yes, too many times.
No.
Well, we're not gonna argue about it.
We're not. We're not
Robin,
gonna argue at all.
Are you, Robin?
Oh, you got my name right. Yes.
Well, okay, I don't wanna start an argument here.
Well, I'm here to argue.
Well,
That is not a reason to let,
That's not right.
that is not a reason to let a founding member go.
Robin, we're not gonna argue about this, okay?
You have an opinion, and it's very valuable. You're in a church setting, and
All right, I apologize for that.
one more outbreak, and I'm gonna ask you to leave.
Okay.
All
Is
right?
there
But
a
I get
problem
to-
with discussion?
There's no problem with discussion.
Well, we have a difference of opinion, so
There
there's
you
gonna
go.
be argument.
Okay, let me say this, Robin,
Okay?
and anybody else that wants to join the discussion. I'm open to hear discussion, 3 minutes, okay? Let's stick with that. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay,
3 minutes per person, right?
exactly.
Okay.
Floor is open for you to speak, if you'd like to.
No, I'm
speak.
waiting. I'm waiting for you to give me a reason other than she interrupted too many times, and that's why we let a founding member go. A driving force in this group, by the way,
Yeah.
from the get-go.
The last core group meeting we had, she brought a woman in who had a daughter, who was in trouble, wanted to be in trouble, obviously, admitted that in front of us, took up pretty much a half hour to 45 minutes of the meeting. And it was announced over Facebook or over the phone, I'm bringing her in. And this woman walks in early to Carol, talks about her story. It was kind of like Neil King, and I like Neil King, brought Kim in to talk about Block Watch. Totally off the subject of why we're here. And then Dan Boholt. I've known Dan Boholt for 40 years, for crying out loud. And he's talking about Wild Olympics. We have to stay focused on this drug thing and this needle exchange.
Okay.
That's our purpose here.
All righty. But you can't let somebody bring a person in the week before, and the next person bring another person in the week before, and then when Shelby brings a person in, then it's not okay? Where's your bylaws? You don't have them. Washington state law requires you to have bylaws before you even go and get your nonprofit. Where are your bylaws?
We are gonna.
I want your bylaws right
You're
now.
not gonna get our.
Because
bylaws.
you don't have them. You are operating in against Washington state law.
No, I'm not.
You are.
If you have read the Constitution.
I don't care about the
people have
Constitution. I know about nonprofits. I've started two myself.
The people have the right to
You-
assemble,
Well, sure they do.
okay?
There's nothing wrong with people getting together.
That's right.
But now you have your nonprofit. You got it because before you file for your nonprofit status, you have to have your bylaws. You don't have to file them with Washington State, but you have to have them.
I can agree with that.
They-
Okay, let me.
So maybe you should be out for leading these people for doing things against the law then.
Let me
If
back-
Shelby can get kicked out for
Let me back up, Robin. We're
interrupting,
here.
no,
We're here for a
there's no
reason.
you can't explain this away. It's the truth.
I'm not explaining.
Wait a
it.
You
second,
are.
wait a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Shelby interrupted quite a bit. She did, let me finish, or I'm gonna ask you to leave.
No.
Watch.
Go ahead.
She come into our meetings 3 different times, said she was taking over the meeting, she wanted to get rid of Al.
She said
was
she
the-
had
she was
issues
the
with
only
Al.
one
I have
in the
issues
group
with
that
Al.
wanted to get rid of Al.
She has every right to bring that up in front of the group.
She
She
did.
had issues and she told you what those
No.
issues were, and those were valid
No,
issues.
No, that's not
Yes,
it.
yeah.
No, it isn't.
She didn't bring it up in front of the group.
She didn't bring it up in front of the group, she brought
One at
it
a
up in
time.
front of one person at a time. One
All right.
person.
Bad on her for that.
Bad on her for that. This lady that she brought into this meeting, she sent over there and didn't even show up for an hour and a half later. Because she had something to do. Just a week prior to that. She was.
So
up-
you've
she
never
was-
missed
she-
a meeting
she
or
was
been
up-
late to a
she was
meeting
up visiting
because
her
you've had
stepmother
something to do?
Somewhere.
This is so ridiculous.
And-
This is so ridiculous.
And then she's in Olympia with one of our other members. Okay, there's a time and a point to cut off everything. And that was the time and the point. We did that because we thought we needed to do it as a group, and if you don't like it, or if you don't like it, that's just tough beef.
Well, that's okay because
That's
I've already
sarcasm.
resigned from the group. This is just so ridiculous.
Well,
It's not like she's
your opinion.
a person that just shows up to
That's
a
your
meeting once.
opinion.
Obviously.
That's right.
Obviously, it's a lot of people's opinion.
It is.
Yeah, it sure is. You did a good job on
He's
Facebook.
gotta go first.
And so did
Go
you,
ahead,
though.
yeah.
You said some
Oh, wait,
things.
you first.
So, I several times.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Mel.
You're now.
Mel.
Mel.
Several times I've gone online on you guys' Facebook, right? And I've thought about coming down here, but repeatedly I would not come down here because of the rants and raves of Shelby.
Okay.
Repeatedly, it honestly made you guys look bad.
We've had several people say that.
Well,
Repeatedly, you guys look
that's
bad,
Shelby.
like out of control kind of groups. And the statistics and the things that she would throw out
was it?
are not.
Who's you complaining about?
So it just made it look like she's shooting from the hip. with
Excuse
everything
me.
she's saying.
The statistics and stuff that she got was from different people doing. It's not like she went out and got all the statistics and information
So
by
you're
herself.
saying she
It was
didn't do-
everybody
Right, so
contributing.
She wouldn't do her research before she.
No,
would
she
make you
did,
guys
but
look like
everybody had
you're
different things
bad
that they were
actors.
doing, and then you compile them together. Just like Patty did a lot of work on those boards and stuff,
Yeah, she did.
for example.
Excuse me, a lot?
A ton.
a ton.
a ton.
Yes.
Who did all of them?
I said you
We
did a
did.
ton of work, Patty. Don't get argumentative with me.
And I just wanna say that the research that Shelby got up and did was not the same that I did.
I know, I just said we all did different research, and then
Robin?
we joined them together
Let the
to,
guy finish.
Let's just let him in here talk. okay?
As I was
Yeah,
saying,
well.
I wanted to come down here and join the group, but I did not want to be associated with someone who would go online, rant, rave, and argue about things, and would take their issues and their personal issues and compare them to everybody else's problems.
Okay.
I'm a drug and alcohol counselor, and repeatedly she would throw up, she was an addict at one time.
Yeah.
But the things that she was saying that she was an addict with had absolutely nothing to do with the other things. And so, for me personally, that's why I avoided coming down here.
Thank you very much.
I'm just wondering if Shelby had a chance to defend herself.
Yes, quite a few times. Repeatedly, in fact. And she would go on Facebook, just like this gal that showed up the last meeting, that she didn't show up at for an hour and a half later, an hour later, or whatever. So we had to figure out how we were gonna entertain this gal. We didn't even know what she was, or who she was, or what she was about. But Shelby sent her there. And that was the second time she did that.
So she received a warning.
And she also got on Facebook that day, or the day prior, one of the two, I'm not sure, and stated that she was bringing this gal here, but hadn't talked to anybody in the group about it, or anything else that she's done in this group. She just went ahead and done it. I'm not talking to you, Robin, I'm talking to him.
Don't get nasty with me.
I'm just telling you. So, there was a whole bunch of things compiled up that made us complete our decision. It wasn't just one thing. And it just wasn't one little thing. It was a whole bunch of, as far as I'm concerned, big things, because she wasn't a team player. She didn't want to act as a team player.
That's not true.
And she did not,
That's terrible.
she did not, talk to anybody before she did anything. She just did it. And I talked to her several times about it. And it was on Facebook. It was on the public face. No, maybe not. But, it's just, it happened. You think we're happy this happened? I don't think so.
No, I just want to make
Because
sure
Sylvie-
that the process was fair, that you brought a list of grievances to her, it gave her an opportunity to explain herself. That's all I care about.
That's exactly what we did as far as we're concerned.
No, you
We were
did
told the
not.
opposite.
Where's your paperwork showing what you did? It should be in her file.
Yeah.
It should, every person in this group should have a file, and there should be something. In fact, you don't have bylaws, so you don't have anything to go for by.
But you said
You know
that
what?
you talked to her. She says you didn't talk to
Well, I
her.
don't care what she said.
And then you called her a liar on
I did.
Facebook.
You did, yeah.
I
said-
did.
I mean,
and I'll
that's
call
it.
her a liar to her face too, because
But-
But then you're telling
That's not
everybody, oh,
okay.
Facebook, and you were posting when you're on there calling her a liar.
Yeah.
You
That's
see what
right.
Shelby did on Facebook bashing people?
I heard exactly.
Bringing
I read
up
her
stuff that
letter.
I'm
goes
not
on in their
sure.
Families. Did you see that?
No?
When
I'm
somebody,
not sure, because you had
I'm
a lot
not.
of comments on that.
Yep.
Well, then I didn't take
Anyway,
it whatever way
okay,
you
then.
did.
Ladies and gentlemen.
it's like whatever you guys say is
it-
okay.
yeah.
But
our-
we're
Our
done.
impetus for getting together is to hear the taxpayers.
Yeah, I'm done too.
talk. Basically, this group is nothing more or less than an advocate for taxpayers. People who make the
Well,
city
I'm
and
done.
the
I'm done
county
too.
treasury happy. Period.
Because they're not gonna go
Nobody to
anywhere.
date is really talking for them.